Welcome to today's video. I'm Richard Chapo. I'm a privacy lawyer in San Diego, California. And today we're going to look at the question I've been asked a couple times and make sure that we have some clarity on this. Now, this will be a short video, but it's a question that keeps arising. So let's make sure we have an answer. Does the CCPA apply offline? The CCPA is the California Consumer Privacy Act. It is a new privacy law in California, obviously, going into effect January 1st, 2020. And the new law is, it's kind of been described as the GDPR light, the GDPR being the General Data Protection Regulation you see in Europe. And the basic idea behind the law is they're shifting the control of personal information collection and usage sort of away from individuals and away from companies and to individuals. So you'll be able to have greater control over what companies are doing in relation to the collection and use of your personal information. So does the CCPA apply offline? Yes. There seems to be some confusion that it is only applicable to the online business environment, and that is not true. It applies offline. The factor that they look at is not if the business is online or offline. It's does the business collect personal information from California consumers? California consumers are defined as essentially residents of California. That's the trigger, not are you offline or online as a business. So if you have an offline business and you're collecting personal information from California consumers that meets certain thresholds, you have to comply with the CCPA. Same thing if you're online. Same thing if you are partially offline and partially online. It's, again, the issue is looking at the people you're collecting personal information from. Where are they? It's not whether you are online or offline. Now, it's also important to understand that if you are using service providers under the CCPA, you can help shift liability from your company to the service providers by including certain contractual clauses in your agreements with them. These contract clauses essentially say that the service provider will only use the personal information from California consumers as directed by you, the company client, the corporate client, and they won't use it for other purposes, and it gets a little more complex than that. But that's the basic idea. Make sure that you get those agreements not only with online service providers, but also your offline service providers. Like, for instance, maybe the person who does your taxes, your company taxes, or your lawyer. Anybody that's in the offline arena who's going to have access to any of that personal information that you're collecting, you need to make sure that you include your contracts, or you include CCPA provisions in your contracts with those individuals. So you want those offline and online. As I'm recording this, it's I think November 24th, maybe 23rd, but we're starting to see the big online companies now start to produce these agreements. Google has come out with one. If you use Google's products, no doubt you've been flooded with various emails about how they're changing their data agreements to incorporate CCPA protections. You want to go read those and make sure that you're actually protected, because Google often looks out for Google. Now, unfortunately, you probably don't have a lot of leverage to negotiate with them, but at least go read them and know what you're getting into. So anyways, the CCPA, it's coming quickly, January 1st, 2020. So make sure you are taking efforts to get into compliance with it so that you can greatly limit your liability. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to contact me at socalinternetlawyer.com. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Have a good one.